What in the world, boy? It's your boy Big Low Country. Okay, okay. Let me make sure I go. Let me make sure I get through this thing without saying any no words, because I know Mama Country's watching, and I need to get through this thing without letting any no words slip. What in the world, boy? It's your boy Big Low Country. For everybody out there that don't know me, my name is Big Low Country. I'm just old country boy, former football coach that loves to sit around and talk about sports. You could have been anywhere in the world tonight, but you're here with us, and we definitely and greatly appreciate that, because I'm gonna tell you something. We're gonna need each other tonight, especially after our Atlanta Falcons got kicked in between the washing machine. You know what? I ain't even gonna say that. I ain't even gonna say after the Atlanta Falcons got kicked in between the washing machine and the dryer, because Arthur Smith kicked the Atlanta Falcons in between the washing machine and the dryer today. That's exactly what happened. So, folks, look, first of all, make sure that you share the channel with your friends and family. Also, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. And look, if you're watching the show after we've gone live already, make sure that you put a what in the world bow in the chat. Let's go ahead and get this coaches meeting kicked off.
Hey, ho, ho. Arthur Smith has got to go. Hey.
Oh, my
ho,
God.
Ho.
Here we go.
Arthur Smith has got to go. Hello, guys. I'm owner and GM Coach Ronnie and the founding member of the Arthur Smith Needs to Get Out of Atlanta Club.
What?
How many of you would like to join me? I've recruited Padre, and according to the comments, I've recruited a lot of you guys. Put a 1 in the chat if you'd like to join. Arthur Smith has got to go.
I thought
club.
I was the older one that said, hold on. Goodness gracious. Boy. So our Atlanta Falcons lost today by 8 points to the Washington football team, Washington Commandos, Washington Commanders, Commodores, easy like a Sunday morning. Look, I ain't got no water, so I'm cracking open the Pepsi. Coach Ron and Mama Country know whenever I start pulling out the Pepsi, things are getting hot and heavy.
While you take a delicious sip of your water, I'll just go ahead and read a couple of comments. Okay. See what we put in the chat. ATL Skateman says 1. EJ Jackson 1. J Black 142 1. Stephon Schelling 1. Demetrius Jeffrey. Arthur Smith definitely has to go, because what in the world, boo? That was my imitation of you.
That was terrible.
D-Log said 1. Jalen Hilton said Dave Ragone has got to go.
Yes.
Douglas Farrington 1. OG Tony, Marina, Demetrius Jeffrey. EJ Jackson again, did he? Yes, he did. So EJ Jackson twice has said 1. Dre Murphy is with me 100%. And Trinity Clark rounds it out with 3 1s.
Okay.
Thanks, guys. Your membership paperwork will be in the mail.
What in the world? Lord have mercy. So I'm going to tell y'all something. There's no reason why a team is in, there's no reason why a team, should have the ball 3 times with the attempt to win the game down by 8 points. And the only reason you're down by 8 points is because you go for 2 after you score a touchdown whenever you were initially down by 14. There's no reason why you get, if you're an offensive guru, there's no reason why you get the ball 3 times and can't score 1 time. There's no reason why, and according to what people are telling me, because, we were at the game, but Matt Ryan said that the play calls were coming in too late. They said Dave Ragone was getting the ball in too late. It wasn't a situation where Ragone was getting. Look, at the end of the day, Arthur Smith is the guy that it all falls on. Whenever the offseason came and he said that he wanted to stick with Dave Ragone after we made all these other changes, there's no reason why Ragone should still be here. And another thing that we have to remember is that Arthur Smith, who is the play caller, the offensive guru, everybody who's coached before, who've been on the headsets, y'all are all on the same circuit. So if Ragone ain't getting the play call in a timely fashion, Arthur Smith say, with him being the head coach, he's the alpha male. He's the guy that, everything lives and dies on. He got the play sheet right there. He need to make the call. If Ragone too busy trying to make sure the Waffle House order is coming in right, making sure that it's double covered and chunk twice. If he's too busy making sure he unravels the vacuum cord so they can get all the popcorn up before they leave the booth. If Dave Ragone is too busy making sure that his NBA 2K player looks just like him to get the play call in, 5 seconds left in the play clock, then Arthur Smith should step in, make the play call so Desmond Ritter can relay it to the rest of the offense and run a play.
Those are some really creative things Dave Ragone was doing. I'm proud of you. Talking about unravel the vacuum cord. So I can reach that popcorn way in the back. You don't have to unplug it and move. Oh my God.
The Dave Ragone making sure that he got all the socks out of the dryer.
Y'all put in the chat what Dave Ragone was doing, that he couldn't get the plays called on time.
Goodness gracious. If he was so busy, Arthur Smith should have stepped in and made a play call. But the thing is that whenever you're in the red zone, whenever you're in the red area, just running the offense, period, if it's a situation where there's a communication issue, guess what you do? You should have plays set where the quarterback can call that they can get to quick, and there shouldn't be any issues. Think about this. You were running a 2-minute offense. There should have been plays in your pocket. There should have been plays in your pocket. But here we are, getting a delayed game at the 2-yard line. Not only did you get a delayed game at the 2-yard line, you also, with this running offense that we're supposed to have, Arthur Smith said he's going to run the piss out the ball. You at the 2-yard line once again. Mind you, the same thing happened last year against the Washington Commanders. You're at the 2-yard line. What do? You throw the ball. You throw the ball. Next play, delay a game. What in the world? Then, what do you do again? You run another play action pass. You only run play action when the run's working. You only run play action when, mind you, the run was looking a little bit better as the game went on. But you only run play action when the runs. One thing that wasn't working was the play action pass today. Every time Desmond Ritter rolled out, and he always rolled out to the same side. Every time he rolled out to the right, there was somebody there waiting on him, trying to cut that angle off. Some of the most significant plays that happened in this game happened when they ran play action. He rolled out, and there was somebody there playing the reverse counter and boot. All day. All day. Look, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry I'm venting. I ain't got a chance to get to everybody. EJ in here said Arthur Smith is a bad coach. Needs to work on his FedEx, not NFL. Wow, coach.
Oh. Okay.
John Higgins, he said, Big Low Kuntry, man, I don't have the energy to talk. So many things that went wrong today. I just can't get to it. Hold it down, and I may come on with you next time. Y'all, hey, I appreciate that, coach. I appreciate that. Stefan Shelling's in here. He says, why not start Heineke to send Ritter a message? Maybe the offense will start moving the ball down the field. What do we have to lose? Those are all good questions. Douglas Farrington says, our Falcons team have a chance to be the first place next game if we win. Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
A lot of super chats. You might want to take a look at.
Okay, definitely. Little Black Falcon in here. Hooty hoo, I see you. Okay. Also, Coach Run said that we had a couple of super chats. So let me get to the super chats. Jay Black in here with the first Superman chat of the day. He says, Coach, why is our running game not as powerful? Ritter needs that power to help the pressure or help keep the pressure off of him. I definitely appreciate that, Coach. Definitely much love. I'm doing it on behalf of Calais Campbell.
Calais, hit that
100 sack. You know, he ain't waiting long after he got that half sack.
Yeah, like, he was at 99. Yeah. The next play.
He was at 99 and a half. But I appreciate Jay Black. That's that dun-da-da. That's a Superman chat. Much love to you, Bo. Also, we got another Superman chat in here. Stefan Scheller says, coaching incompetence was on full display today, and I thought Frank Wright was a bad coach. What are we doing? Dun, da, da. That's a Superman chat, Bo. I'm still here utterly and thoroughly confused on what's going on. Iron Mike's in here says, Worst part of losing is Coach Roney saying, "I told you so." It's tough, Coach. It's tough, man. Man, that's a Superman chant.
I'd rather not say I told you so and just use this as a recruiting tool.
She loves saying, "Okay, Coach Roney." Rude Jedi says,
how long have I, you know what, let's just take a second. How long have I been right, guys? I've been telling you guys this. I told you guys, and everybody kept saying, "Oh, he doesn't have a good team." I said, y'all, whether the team is good or bad, he makes terrible decisions. He makes bad decisions, y'all. You know, that was the best part about today. You and I both know it. Iron Mike, we both know it.
She couldn't wait. She couldn't wait for the show tonight. I like, let's do a little later.
That's why I recorded that 2-point conversion, because I was just like, what is Arthur Smith think? Oh, here comes one of Arthur Smith's great genius decisions. Let me go ahead and record this and see how it works out. And did y'all see when I scanned the crowd? Everybody was looking like, what? The Commanders fans were excited, but everybody else was like, what? Why did we do that though?
I definitely tell Arthur Smith puts his milk in the bowl first. And then puts the cereal. I definitely can tell he does it. Rude Jedi says, how we spike the ball, then call the timeout.
Thank you.
Bro, because they wasn't getting the play calls in time, man.
Thank you. How do you spike the ball on 2nd and 1, go to 3rd and 1 because of that? Then you didn't get the play called in time, so you immediately had to call a timeout, our last timeout. What?
Man, it's tough. It's tough. Wait a minute. Also, we got a Superman chat from Molly Mall. Excuse me. He says, "Big Low, I need some help. It's an emergency."
Oh, goodness.
Oh, Lord.
What is it, Tramal? Put it in the chat.
What you need help with, Molly Mall? Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. Oh, Lord have mercy. Don't tell what Molly Mall talking about. Also, another Superman chat. Adrian Thomas says, excuse me, with all this great talent on offense, it's exposing the limitations of this play calling from Dave Ragone and the scheme from Arthur Smith.
Exposing. I like
dun,
that.
Dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. Oh. A lot of things. Look, there's a lot of answers that need to be answered. There's a lot of answers a lot of questions that need to be answered. Because I can tell you something. Today, Arthur Smith looked like somebody who's good regardless. And whenever
what do you mean when you say that? Because that could mean several things.
Whenever he got hired, I told y'all, like,
wait a minute. Are you getting the "I told you so" bug? Wait, let's hear it.
Whenever he got hired, I told y'all, I don't know if it's a good idea hiring a billionaire son to coach the team that we have an emotional investment in.
Hey, y'all can go back and watch the videos on YouTube. It's recorded. It's there. You can check it out.
That is
exactly what he said.
I don't know if it's a good idea having a billionaire son. I understand he gave this whole speech about he wants to create his own path and everything like that. At the end of the day, money and security mean a whole lot of things. At the end of the day, there are things that I won't do today that I would have done in the past. Cut and dry, simple and plain.
Because of what?
Because I have more money than I used to have back then.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, y'all, they asked Arthur Smith, why did you go for it on? Why did you go for the 2-point conversion? They asked Arthur Smith. They said, why did you go for the 2-point conversion? Arthur Smith said, because we did it against the Los Angeles Rams and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What kind of sense did that make? What kind of sense did that make? You know what that sound like? That sound like somebody who don't legit work on his craft and just did it because he did it before. We lost those 2 games. It's not like it was a positive result. It's not like he looks at it and be like, man, boy, we really gave it to him that time. No, we lost.
And guess what? We lost this time too.
Now, granted, if we would have kicked the extra point, would it have made a significant difference? And we can't say that it would have. But if we would have scored based off of Arthur Smith's situational play calling so far in this game, who's to say we would have gotten a 2-point conversion with one play? Like, there have been so many times when we get to the 2-yard line, Arthur Smith just get how to call play. I legit think whenever we got to the 2-yard line, they asked him what the play is called. I was reading his lips. He said, hit a home run. I could legit say that. I could legit think that. What's up, baby?
Look at the camera. You looking at me like we talking.
I'm sorry.
Look at the coaching staff.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I could legit think that whenever they said, hey, what play you want to run, coach? He said, hit a home run. Like, what in the world? This is football, not baseball, Bo. I know the Braves lost, but come on. Goodness gracious, boy. I'm utterly, thoroughly flat. What was David going doing?
We had a couple of, I think Marina, she was like, he was trying to figure out how to fold a fitted sheet.
Oh,
yeah, I can't remember who said it. Somebody said he was getting a 20-piece from American Deli.
He ain't gonna get full off with it.
No, he's not. Them
The
little
chicken
tiny
wings too
wings.
small.
I don't fool with them no more just because of that. I got this little teeny tiny baby wing twice in a row. I was like, y'all are done. You're out in my book.
What else? What else they said he was doing?
Oh, I don't remember. These are just the ones that I remember off the top of my head. Some people said he was doing illegal substances.
Oh my goodness.
I did hear that. There
Oh,
was he was possibly asleep up there. Somebody said he was like heating up Hot Pockets or something like that. He's standing in front of the microwave watching the clock count down. That's what I do. I stand in front of the microwave and the coach will come in there like, don't stand in front of the microwave. Move.
Tell why she trying to put some tinfoil in there the other day.
No, I did not.
Yes, it was. It was like something metal. I'm like, why you put that in there? She was like, I can put this in there.
It was a cup.
It was like the metal cups from the Hawks game, right?
No, it was like a little insulated cup.
Oh, an insulated cup. I'm like, don't put that in there. I can put this in there. And then she, of course, she looked it up. Like, oh, you think you were right. I'm like, and she standing in front of it. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Man. Oh, Kenneth Lewis in here says, what in the world? Boy, what's going on, Kenneth, man? What's going on? Nando Barrington from Facebook says, what up, country and coach? What in the world, Bo? Hope you're doing good tonight, fam. We're here because unfortunately our Atlanta Falcons, we just lost the game. Molly Mall, he says, Big Low, can you please play Confessions by Usher? I need it. Dennis Allen, 5 months pregnant, and he's keeping Carmichael. What in the world?
Who is Carmichael?
That's the OC.
Who?
The offensive coordinator.
So wait, they having issues with their offensive coordinator too?
Yes, they're struggling. They only scored 6 points today.
Ooh,
man,
we know those. We know those days.
Now wait a minute. You want to play the first version or the second version of Confession?
The remix.
Oh man, Molly Mall, that's that dun dun dun. That's a Superman chat.
Yeah, they over there struggling.
Yeah, we can't never win and they lose.
It's gonna be a struggle Thanksgiving game.
Oh my goodness, don't even. Alberto says, Big Low, I must say, it's a must win for Arthur Smith next week against the Buccaneers. I'm not giving him no more excuses if he lets this division title go away this year. Man.
You mean like he's been doing the last couple of years?
Okay, Coach Ronnie. Mike says, I'm sick
asking.
of dumb coaching in Atlanta sports. Look, man, it's tough. Coach Padre's in here. He says, hello, friends. As the head of the membership committee of the ASGTG, now it's time to get on board. Call now and we'll throw you a free trucker hat and a tote bag. Arthur Smith must be stopped.
Slight correction, Padre. We're going to go with the slight name change. It's going to be the Ash GTG ASH. Arthur Smith has got to go.
Oh, okay. The Ash GTG.
That sounds better. That's Ash GTG.
Oh, my goodness, boy.
Join now. Gang, gang.
All right. Okay. What? Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. What are we doing? What are we doing? Let's see. P Star says this is experimental coach. Why are we allowing mediocre coaches to coach our team?
Yes,
We are cursed.
Thank you.
But and mind you, think about this, guys. Number one, we haven't had like a playoff run and a winning season since 2017.
Has it been since 2017?
It's been 2017, the year after the Super Bowl run.
2017.
But the fact of the matter is that you got all of these guys that's in this locker room, out of the David Onyemadas, the Grady Jarrett's, Calais Campbell's. You got so many guys out here who are 30 plus, who it's like they ain't playing no games. It's not a situation where it's like we trying to be experimental. It's like they're trying to win games, but you got a guy who's just, you know, like I said, we're emotionally invested in the Atlanta Falcons, and I'm trying to wonder, like, is Arthur Smith emotionally invested, or is this just his plaything? Is this what he does? You know what I'm saying? To, you know, because he likes football. You see what I'm saying? It's like all these other coaches coach football and they get that first head coach contract in the NFL, or they've been OCs in the NFL for a while. Like, that's the kind of money that changes that changes families' history and creates generational wealth.
Yeah.
And when they get those jobs, they want to keep those jobs, and because they want to continue to have those $4, $5, $6 million contracts for the year. It's like,
ask for life.
Y'all, if you're frustrated like I am, and I apologize if it seems like old Coach Low's out of character tonight. I am, I'm as hot as a wet cat thrown into a pond. If you're as upset as I am, make sure that you hit that like button. You just need a way to express it. Make sure that you hit that like button. I would definitely and greatly appreciate it. Also, y'all.
I'm sorry, the dog is acting up. Y'all.
You fussing at Shaka Khan? Yes. Yeah, I'm sorry, Shaka. Granddad says 125 wonderful people watching. Please rise up the like button and help the algorithm for Big Low Kuntry get over 100 likes. Much appreciated.
I mean, yeah, he doesn't have that same drive as somebody who needs this money so he can pay for his kids through college. That's done. That's set. That was done years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't have that worry. So for him, he can be experimental. He doesn't have the fear of losing this opportunity the same way other people do.
I mean, yeah, and unfortunately, I think you're right. And you know, this is the biggest thing that I worried about whenever we made the hire. Because I mean, and I understand, you know, you have guys who they want to create their own legacy, but you have to be, I mean, let's be honest, you have to be special. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, if my dad was a billionaire, I would kind of coast. That's me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that. I mean, I know the kind of person I am.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, y'all. I know the kind of person I am. I would just coast. I would be like, oh, you know, I mean, if it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. You know, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna be like, oh, well, hey, I gotta get this, you know, this great opportunity. I gotta put everything in motion. My dad was a billionaire. I got an opportunity. I was like, okay, well, I mean, if it works, it works. If not, then hey.
Luca ATL said Arthur Smith isn't hungry. He thinks he's playing Madden. It's like it has that same level. Like, I would like to win, but it's no big deal if I don't.
I mean, and my thing is, I don't want to be the guy that says that. Like, I don't want. It's like I've mentioned it a couple of times in the past, and I don't want to be the guy that's like constantly harping on that. But it's like everybody that's watching this. I mean, and I'm pretty sure, you know, there's some Saints fans, and you know, there was a kid today that was wearing a Washington Commanders jersey. He was like 10, 11 years old. He was like, Big Low Kuntry. I was like, what in the world, bro? You know what I'm saying? Well, we just walk past each other. I'm sure like there's fans from, and you know, other teams that's watching this, but whichever team that you cheer for, you know, you're emotionally invested. It's one of those situations where you want to win. You know, you put your time and your effort and your resources towards your team, and you want to win, and you want your coach to show that, you know, he wants to win too by any means necessary. Dre Murphy, he says, yeah, Molly Mall, don't go there tonight because the teams beat y'all. Because the teams that we beat Y'all lost too. Hello. That is true. We did beat the Texans. Eric Allen, he says Arthur Smith tried to be too smart for his own good. Unfortunately, that could be the case. King Atlanta, rise up. Much love to you. Hope you're doing good tonight. Thanks, my first time seeing you in here. Stephon Sheldon says, does it seem like our defensive line fails to consistently apply pressure on the opposing quarterback, and our offensive line folds like a cheap lawn chair? That puts way more pressure on our secondary. Your thoughts? Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman check. I mean, as far as the defensive line, and we were actually talking about this in the spaces earlier this week. I mean, we get pressure. I think the defensive ranking shows that. I think we were top 10 in the league in defensive yards. I mean, we get pressure. We weren't getting any sacks. Excuse me. I think we got three sacks today or something like that.
3.
Okay, we got 3.
I think so.
Yeah, I mean,
they'll tell us in the chat.
Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure the chat will let us know. But the thing is that me and Coach Ronald, we were talking about earlier this week. Sam Howell, he tends to hold the ball a little bit too long, and I mean that's what happened. That's how we got those sacks. Those were coverage sacks. But I mean, as far as the defensive line getting pressure, I feel like we get pressure. I just feel like we don't turn them into sacks as often as a lot of people would want. And I'm not really mad at that. As far as the offensive line, I feel like the offensive line is getting better. I mean, but Coach Ronan, she said she made a point before we did the show because we didn't get to watch the broadcast.
Oh, we're gonna watch it though. Everything y'all are putting in here, we're gonna watch it. I can't wait to hear Matt Ryan's take on Arthur Smith.
Yeah, so I mean, and basically what you were telling me that somebody said online is that it said that the play calls aren't coming in fast enough, and they said that wasn't just this game. He said it was the previous games as well. So
and he said that was his experience apparently.
Oh, and that was
he also said that was his experience with Arthur.
Oh, so that was Matt Ryan's experience as well. And that's probably why this offense is always struggling so much because they can't make the checks at the line of scrimmage because the calls are just coming in way too late. So, but the thing is that as far as making the checks, how many times have we seen free blitzers just coming through the line of scrimmage and hitting Desmond Ritter and getting pressure on him? I mean, we've seen him in college, like kind of control offenses a little bit better than he's doing now. So maybe what Matt Ryan is saying could very well be true. Like maybe the coaching is even more of an issue than we thought initially.
So on the reaction video that you posted right after the game, y'all go check that out. Sweetness the Butter was the one that had that long comment that I read to you about Arthur Smith and what Matt Ryan was saying about him. If you want me to read a little bit of it.
Yes, please.
So he said that Matt Ryan spilled the beans. Everybody's trying to blame Ritter, but Matt told you Art was not putting Ritter or his defense in situations to be successful. He said 2 of the interceptions were Robinson's fault for not running the route right. Ritter is throwing the ball with anticipation, and Robinson on one play stopped running the route mid-route and allowed the DB to smother the route and pick the pass off the sideline. Then on the slant, he allowed the defender to undercut the route again, and the pass was picked off. He also told you on multiple occasions that Art is getting the play calls in way too late. He said the Falcons offense has built in pre-snap movement, and when the play comes in late, the way it has been for multiple games, it doesn't allow for the pre-snap movements to take place, which messes with the blocking and the protection numbers in the box. And it doesn't allow Ritter time to check out of that play into a better play or to make the defense declare what coverage they're in. Then Matt said, Art is putting his rookie quarterback and his defense in bad situations by not punting or just taking the points.
Just take the points, bro. Just take the points. Because we went for it on the 4th down. Didn't get it. And we put them
in a great position.
They had the ball at like the 45-yard line.
Great
and
field.
Thankfully our defense stopped them.
Right.
But the thing is that if we were playing against a better quarterback, somebody who gets the ball out of their hands a little bit quicker, they would have scored some points there. I mean, and what you read, I mean, and this is what I'm saying. Like, it's starting to look like, because before we were saying, hey, the play calling is an issue, but it's starting to look like it's even deeper than we were thinking.
Why you say that?
I mean, just like you said, it's not just the play calling. It's not what the actual play call is. It's when the play call is coming in. So it's a trickle down effect. That means the offensive line can't play the best of their ability, and the quarterback can't play to the best of his ability. So it's like, then just like you said, Matt Ryan said, you're running these plays on fourth down, leaving points off the board. So you put that into the equation. So you're calling plays late on fourth down, hoping that you get it. And then when you don't get it, you put your defense in a bad situation. William Amy said it best. He says Arthur Smith is letting the defense down. The defense, the last few games, the defense has been having out-of-body experiences. It's like, as bad as the offense has been playing, this defense has been on the field so long. I mean,
my God, they get no breaks.
They get no breaks. But the crazy thing is that they still show up and show out.
Yeah, and they still
even
show up
deep into the fourth quarter.
Yes.
They couldn't do it for the Jacksonville Jaguars game because the offense couldn't stay on the field no longer than a minute. It was ridiculous.
It was super short.
So it's like whenever they started folding, going into that fourth quarter, I was like, look, I'm not even mad at it because, those guys aren't superhuman. They can't run around out there like that for so long.
Mm-hmm.
But think about it. 7 of those points came from letting that punt return go, and they barely got him right before he got to the end zone. So if you take that out of the equation, it's like the defense legit plays some ball today.
Boy, did they!
They legit played some ball.
Boy, did they!
Everybody in the comments, they said it was 5 sacks today. I don't know why I thought it was
5.
Yeah, they said it was 5.
Okay.
Tabro and Jonathan Rozier said we got 5 sacks today.
5. All right.
Exactly. T Dirty's in here. He says, "Oh, what up, Big Low? We trash too."
We knew that guy. We knew that though.
The car need a trash bag for a jersey.
What?
Dennis Allen needs to coach roaches. I'm not a delusional Saints fan. I see what I see. F that.
Oh my God! No, already said F that car.
He said F that car. We should have bought a scooter. He said F that car.
Oh my God!
We should have bought a man. That's rough, boy.
Oh, I should have bought a scooter.
That's rough, man.
Not a scooter, a scooter.
A scooter. A scooter.
Oh my God!
Oh man, Tramel thinks that he said Bijan had a bad game. Yes. I mean, and it's like Bijan's game. It wasn't necessarily that bad. It was one of those cases where, they just couldn't get it going. This game was more Tyler Algier's game. Going into that third and fourth quarter, Algier was ripping off the yardage, but for some reason we threw the ball. We lined up for more than 50 pass plays, and we threw the ball 47 times. In this Arthur Smith offense, we threw the ball 47 times. What in the world? What, like, how did we get here? I thought we were predicated on running the ball, staying ahead of the sticks, and getting our playmakers the ball into space, because we have been running the ball so effectively. Desmond Ritter attempted 47 passes. This is where we're at. Come on, Bo. Well, Amy says, wow, I don't see this offense getting any better moving forward. I mean, the thing about this offense and these Arthur Smith-led teams is that it's like being in a bad relationship. It's legit like being in. I told Coach Roney this when we were leaving the stadium today. Yep. It's legit like being in a bad relationship. It'd be terrible. 1 week, it'll be terrible. And you'd be like, man, you know what? I'm ready to leave her. I'm ready to go. Moving on. Idea. I think you need to leave. Leave me alone. Alone. Get your bags. Get the loan. But then the next week.
That was really soulful.
Then the next week, what happens? Arthur Smith. Oh yeah, look, baby, I got you. You need me to rub your feet? What you need? You mean you need me to go get you some Waffle House? What you need? I got you. I take care of you. And then you're like, okay, you know what? This might work. Then what happens the next week? We flew out to doggone London. We flew out to London to get our behinds whipped. We didn't just lose. We got embarrassed. Then, we come. You should see everybody walking around, all the Falcons fans walking around Wembley Stadium like, I don't know about this one. So we flew back home apprehensively. Come to the game, not knowing what to expect, thinking like, oh, well, I guess this is what this offense might be.
Yeah.
What happened? Arthur Smith calls the best game that he's called so far as the Falcons. Desmond Ritter looks legit. Then, we come back to this game thinking, okay, all right, we might have something. Let's go. What Arthur Smith do? He go back to his old ways, just like a cheater. Go back to his old ways. I ain't cheating on you no more. Then he got us standing outside. I was standing outside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. It was cloudy. I was like, but I wish it would rain. Sunshine, blue sky, please go away.
Raindrops can hide my teardrops. We were crying.
So day after day, I stay locked up in my room. It's like, man, come on, Archie Smith. Like, look, if it's a situation where you're going, like, if you're going to be bad, just do it consistently. So we can know we need to move on.
I'm sorry. Keelan said me and the Falcons are like Will and Jada. They just won't stop embarrassing me.
Oh my goodness.
Talk about a bad relationship, toxic relationship.
Man, I know you ain't talk about Will and Jada. God, the couple that's not really a couple.
The coach is not really coach. The offensive coordinator that's not really offensive coordinator.
Damn, boy, cause I could almost imagine he was probably on the phone like, hey, let me get a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, double hash browns, double covered. Like, Dave, we need the play call. Hold on. Double covered and jump once. And then y'all got sausage, egg, and cheese biscuits. Y'all brought the biscuits back. Okay, let me get a sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit. Y'all got smoked sausages? Hey, you know the Waffle House that got those smoked sausages? Like, Dave, call the play. Hold on.
Too Dirty is agreeing. He said that they're also in a bad relationship. There's a bunch of bad relationships in the NFC South. See, y'all don't know how to pick men. That's the problem. Y'all don't know how to pick them.
What you talking about?
I know how to pick men. I told y'all. From the moment Arthur Smith stepped foot in there, I said, no, he's not the man for you, baby. Let him go. But y'all like, nah, we got to give him a chance. He might show up. He might do what we need to do. And it's like,
What's he talking about? You know how to pick men. What does it got to do with coaching?
What you mean? What does that have to do with coaching? You got to understand how to pick them. Okay. That's what it boils down to. Understanding how to pick them. Saints don't know how to pick them. Carolina don't know how to pick them. Atlanta don't know how to pick them. I'm starting a class. I'll help y'all.
So wait a minute. So you know how to pick men. That's what you're saying.
I picked you. Hello.
Okay, Coach Rodney. Okay. It is weird though. It's like we be around Coach Rodney friends. They always like, so Coach, do you got any friends who are single? Like, you put me on the spot. I don't be know what to say. I be like, most of my friends are dogs. I'm sorry, my friends. I'm sorry. Most of my single friends are dogs. Like, they still single for a reason. They dogs.
Lowski said it's cuffing season. In the NFC South, it's cuffing season. Oh my gosh.
Oh man, Jay told he said so much for Ritter being undefeated at home. yeah, so much for it. So much for it. Ghost Peppers, Voice of Reason comes in. He says the offense for sure needs to play better, but anybody putting this solely on Ritter needs to really think. This is the third quarterback we've seen in this system, and we're still getting the same results. And I completely agree. I mean, look, if I'm not mistaken, I think Ryan Tannehill threw for 69 yards today in the same system.
Tannehill threw for 69 yards?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did they win?
No.
Okay.
But I mean, but the thing is that it's like, and Ghost Peppers makes a great point. Somebody said, I think a couple of weeks ago, like there was a rumor about Kirk Cousins. I'm sitting here like, I mean, does it matter? Like, does it matter who's in the system? I think Desmond Ritter could be a good quarterback, but I don't think it matters who's in the system because of the system.
It's broken. Don't expend any capital
exactly
to put someone else who has more experience and more pedigree still in a bad situation.
Exactly. Has anybody ever been to a pig farm or just been in a pig pen? If you have, feel free to comment. But I could put on, my favorite cologne is Issey Miyake. I could put on some Issey Miyake, but if I stand in the middle of that pig pen, I can't smell none of it. I can't smell none of it because everything around me stink. Everything around me stink. So it's, I mean, Ghost Peppers makes a great point. Like, we've seen 3 quarterbacks. I mean, Marcus Mariota was trash. Yeah. I mean, Matt Ryan, at least he got Kyle Pitts 1,000 yards. Yeah. Like Matt Ryan was just going off his laurels. Like he was like, look, I'm just
end of his career, but still was talented.
Yeah.
Just it was the end.
It was just the end.
He had enough to get, like you said, Kyle Pitts 1,000, but.
Man, look, man, this is one of those things. Rue says, I thought Ritter was finna pull another Matt Ryan comeback win, but no. No. He had 3 chances.
He had a lot of chances.
He had 3 chances. Proven says, Big Low Cut. What's going on, man? Proven says, Arthur Smith play calling the suspect. Arthur Smith play calling is guilty.
What? Who said that?
Well, he said it was suspect. I say it's guilty. Yeah, it's guilty.
Oh my God, it's guilty.
Antonio here, he says, what's good, bro? Bad loss. Yeah, man, it was tough.
Y'all be sure to hit that like button.
Coach Roy said, y'all make sure that you hit that like button. Also, Marlon Bell, he says, is Cordero Patterson train over with?
What is happening? Where's he at?
He was on the field.
Was he really?
Yeah, he caught a pass.
I remember you saying that, but I didn't believe it because, good. Where's he been? I saw him on Twitter giving away tickets and stuff, but I ain't really see him on the field. Now, granted, I didn't have my glasses on, but he also didn't do much. So how much was he really out there?
Yeah, he was out there. He blocked for a lot of people. Tabro says, we were sold a dream. The better players will give us better results. Hello. Mr. Pop Bang Bang says, she make a good point, Big Low. What point she making? What talk about?
Put that in there about picking better men.
Oh, about picking better men.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, man.
Talk about it's a toxic relationship. Hey guys, let's start by picking better men.
Well, I mean, old coach, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Old coach wasn't a good guy. Wasn't as good as the guys he is now. Coach Roney had a big part to do with my development.
And with that testimonial, NFC South, allow me to help develop good men for you. Here at Ask GTG, Arthur Smith has got to go. We also specialize in coach matchmaking programs. Call me now to set up your consultation.
What in the world? Matchmaking? I don't know how we got here. T-Dirt says Big Low and Coach Ronan go together like neck bones and rice, while Dennis Allen and Pete Carmichael are all bad like hot dogs and gumbo. Now, I don't make gumbo, and I know that's not a good idea.
As soon as I get to New Orleans, I get gumbo, and I better not see no hot dog floating around.
Every time we go to Cases. Kilo says, I said it before, and I'll say it again. Derrick Henry made Chinny Chin Chin look like a better coach than he was. All he did was a 31 dive. Hey, man. And that's a big reason why we took Bijan Robinson. And that's also a big reason why that's a dun-da-da. That's a Superman chat. I do want to ask everybody in the chat, though. Do you feel like, because I know a lot of people are putting a lot on Desmond Ritter, do you feel like a lot of this goes on Desmond Ritter? Excuse me, especially based off of the comment that Coach Roney read earlier about how Bijan Robinson just didn't run his routes right. You know, that goes back to the player and the coaching. But, you know, with what we've learned and what we've talked about so far, because I'm telling y'all, this is just like a coach's meeting. A lot of people think we sit around in like a dark room with notepads and, you know, just draw up plays. Nah, we sit around, we talk trash. That's what we gossip about, folks. That's what we do. That's what we do. So I want to ask y'all, do you feel like Desmond Ritter's bad performance was on Desmond Ritter, or do you feel like a lot of it goes on Arthur Smith? If you feel like a lot of it goes on Arthur Smith, put a 1 in the chat. If you feel like it's one of those cases where, you know, Desmond Ritter made his own bed and he got to sleep in it, put a 2 in the chat. Jay Mall in here, he says, I'm back, Bo. He said, I had to take a call. What I missed, man? You ain't missed too much of nothing, man. Coach Ronan just said I told you so like 5 different ways.
Feels good each time.
Bradley Walker, he says at least London and Pitts look pretty good. I mean, yeah. Prove it says, why did we go 5 wide at the goal line? Why did we put 5 wide receivers out on the field at the goal line? Also, my homeboy Emmanuel Brown, he says Arthur not using CP, the person that basically carried us for 3 years, and now you forgot how to use them.
Yeah, Joker. What is the joke? Is that joke? Is it like a card game where you don't use the jokers, like they're put to the side? Because like,
what are you talking about? What card game you use joker you put?
Some people don't like to play with jokers and spades and stuff.
Who don't play jokers and spades?
I know people that don't like to use the jokers.
What they use?
They take out the jokers and the twos.
They take out the deuces too? So why even play? Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, I'm sorry. So you said they take out the deuce. I heard people taking the deuces out. But you tell me, well, how you
they play out the jokers, they leave the deuces.
Okay, I've been saying,
but they don't like the jokers. I think, you know how back in the day it was kind of hard sometimes to be like, which one's the big one, which one's the little one. I put a red mark on it for it to be, but then recently they've like really differentiated the big and the small. Recently in last couple of years. But yeah, some people don't like playing with jokers.
That God bless their hearts. Golly, they don't play the joker in spades. Why even play? Like, you just throwing down a bunch of aces? Like, what in the world? I'm sorry, y'all. I get off the topic sometimes. Rounds, he says, dang, I'm late. He says Ritter made mistakes, but he didn't lose the game. Arthur Smith did. Okay. So let's see what everybody's votes are.
What were the choices?
So basically it was 1 if you felt like Arthur Smith kind of made Desmond Ritter look bad. You know, he sent Desmond Ritter to school in cat heads. Number 2, if you feel like Desmond Ritter, you know, this is the bed he made, he got to lay.
So he made himself look bad.
Yeah. Bradley Walker, Jalen Hilton, D. Lawton, Johnny, they all say 1. They feel like this is on Arthur Smith. Andrew Moody, Dre Murphy, Rounds, they say this is on the coach. Mr. TR says no, it's the coach's responsibility to have his players prepared with a good game plan. He put 11 ones in there. Quad 7 says 2. Like it's Desmond Ritter. Shelton Brown, Jalen Grandizer, Corey Nova. Shouts out to you, Corey. I think it's my first time seeing you in here. They say, hey man, it's on Arthur Smith. Keelan, he thinks outside the box. He steps outside the box and then think. He says 1 + 2 = 3. Okay. Cool Bean says 1.5. Molly Mall says, man, this is all Desmond Ritter. See, he wants it to be Desmond Ritter. That's what that is. Because his quarterback ain't playing well. He don't want nobody else to play well. Lucas, he says 2, the quarterback has the ball and can audible. But that's the thing. It's like Matt Ryan said during the broadcast, Arthur Smith gets his plays in too late. He calls his plays on CP time. He don't get the plays in on time.
That's not Cordell Patterson time. He's not in the game. He's not playing.
They be on the radio, and Desmond Ritter say, "Hey, coach, you got the play coming?" Arthur Smith say, "Play coming right around the corner."
Or, hey, where's the play? 3.
It just stepped out the door. It come right around the corner.
2. 1. Delay of game.
Who says that was coaching? Greater Tone says Arthur Smith play calling did not help. I agree. Tonio says 2. Says, look, Desmond Ritter, he got to carry that. False Start Falcon, Gary Stafford, they say 1. They feel like it's on Dez. Lamar says C, all of the above. Dirty Bird. Yes, 1 is Arthur Smith, yes. Dirty Bird says 1.5. Coach and quarterback are tied, whether they like it or not. T. Terry, he says, hey, man, this is on Arthur Smith. Answer says Ritter not being coached up on his passing. ATL Skate Man says 1. I will not put my writing pad up. But I know the thing is, though, is that we don't even have a quarterbacks coach, mind you.
You did.
Yeah, we don't.
We don't have a quarterback.
Yeah, Dave Ragone is a quarterback.
Arthur Smith doesn't need a quarterback coach.
Arthur Smith don't need a
quarterback. He got it.
Yeah, he got it. You know what else Arthur Smith don't need? He don't need to play the starters in the preseason.
Nope, don't need to do that.
Mind you, Matt Ryan says that Arthur Smith consistently hasn't been calling plays on time throughout this season and previous season. But he don't need no preseason practice with his starters who gonna be out there on the field during the regular season. He don't need to practice that with them, because
he sure doesn't.
Because they got it all under control. So hey, I mean, if you like it, I love it. Nathaniel Holloway says it's on Arthur Smith. Now, Iron Mike says every completion and interception has 0 separation. You're right. That's play design, man. That's play design. Dun dun dun. That's a Superman chat. Jay, he says, I say let's give Eric Bieniemy a chance at head coach. We can't do any worse. Now, that's interesting that you mentioned that, because I don't know if y'all noticed. Y'all know I always say at the beginning of games, they have that 15-play script. And that's what they use to kind of set the tone, and then they kind of move on from there. Normally, after that 15-play script, that's whenever you see how good the quarterback is, because they kind of move based off of what they see the defense giving them. But with that 15-play script, those first 15 plays, that's when you see how good the offensive coordinator is. Those first 15 plays, Washington just walked down the field on us. Like, the offense looked really, really good. Like, you can tell those plays were very well designed. There were people catching the ball wide open, getting up the field. Eric Bieniemy is a good offensive coordinator. And I remember he had his interview here, and he didn't get the job. But, I mean, I wonder if they ever regret that. The great one in here says 1. You got to put that on Arthur Smith. T. Dirty says dun dun dun. Dennis Allen and Derek Carr need a Superman kick. Man, boy, T. Dirty is, woo! Man, NFC South Roundtable gonna be lit. That's all I can tell you. Tramel, he says 1. Johnny R, he said spades. I guess he was saying that's that's where they don't some people don't play both jokers. Why? I don't know. Man. Let's see. Tony Wright's in here. Shouts out to you, Tony. What's going on, Bo? Hope you're doing good tonight, my family. Pamela Johnson's in here. This is all on Arthur Smith, and the offensive line is not run blocking. One. It's tough. It's tough. Iron Mike says people from Caucasus don't get these jokes. Oh man. So the thing is ace high. Why would people play spades ace high?
I've played with people that play like that.
Really?
Yes.
It was boring, wasn't it?
It's not as fun, yeah.
Yeah, it was boring.
It's not as fun.
Man, it's something about
who has the big one. Yeah. Who has the big joker?
It's something about after you pick, because I don't look at all my cards as I get them. I wait till I get all of them. I pick them up.
Okay.
And then I see that joker in there, boy. I be like, boy, I've been telling somebody.
You know what? It's a very stressful situation, though. When you pick up your cards and you have the little joker, you're like, oh.
So you got to pull it out at the right time.
Okay, I got to be strategic. Who looks like they might have the big one?
So you look around, see who looks like.
Yeah, I look around like, does anybody look like?
Man, I don't even do that.
So there you look and you're like, you know what? I got to play this joker to cut something. I don't know what I'm going to do with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna use it for a dire situation.
Or maybe I go last when spades come out and I can just, boom, lay it down.
James Freeman says, one, coaches in third year on 10 games. Slim Guys in here says, I'm going on an Atlanta sports diet. The All-Star preseason, that doesn't count. So I guess my question is, like, because, the first question I ask is it one of those situations, and my homeboy Manuel Smith didn't call a good game, and Mr. Poppin, he talks about he says one as well. But the thing is that, do y'all think if Arthur Smith and so this is the question that Coach Roney probably has wanted me to ask since we've been doing YouTube. Do y'all think if Arthur Smith continues to play like this, coach like this, do you think he's going to be on the hot seat?
I think he's currently on the hot seat.
You think he's currently on the hot seat now?
I think they're eyeballing him. I think they're like giving him the side eye, like, I don't like this. This is not turning out the way we thought it was.
You think he's currently on the hot seat?
I wouldn't say on the hot seat, but I do think that they're starting to look at him and rethink plans. I think they're starting to look at him and realize, you know what, maybe we can't move forward with him.
Maybe.
Maybe it's just optimistic thinking. Here at ASH GTG, we really want Arthur Smith gone. So perhaps that's just me being the founding member.
I don't think you're gonna get much support on the ASH GT. Okay.
I got plenty of support. As we saw at the top of the show, tons of memberships are rolling in.
Oh, okay.
And I accept everyone, even those who doubted me.
Oh, okay.
From the beginning. I welcome you into my warm embrace of hate.
Wesley Burt says, didn't Ritter pass for almost 296 yards today? We also had more rushing yards and dominated time possession, but we also dominated turnovers. So for me, it's mostly one, but some two, also about 75-25. Now, and that's a good point that you mentioned that, Wesley, because we threw the ball 47 times. Desmond Ritter had 47 attempts, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe he had more than 50. There were more than 50 pass plays. So I think whenever we went into this season, I don't think anyone expected Desmond Ritter to throw the ball 47 times.
That's a lot.
That's a whole lot. And I understand we got to look at, the situation of the game and look at, 2-minute warnings and things like that. I'm pretty sure most of those passing attempts came in the fourth quarter whenever we were trying to score one last time to, try to get a 2-point conversion. because that's Arthur Smith recreating the wheel. But I think it's one of those situations where we never expected that to be the case. Arthur Smith said the last 3 weeks we got to go back to playing our brand of ball, but he hasn't done it. As a matter of fact, he's progressively been passing more and more every week. So it's like you're telling us that we need to go back to our brand of ball, but it doesn't seem like it's something that's that much of a priority. Manuel says, bingo. Miss, I told you so. OC from the Lions, Ben Johnson next year.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh man. Manuel Brown, he said the run game ain't working because we running the same run play over and over and over and over. Run about some zone plays. You need creativity in the run game as well as the passing game. I mean, well, based off of Arthur Smith's logic, you kind of got to look into his mind today whenever they asked him why we did the 2-point conversion. He said because we ran it. I mean, we did it twice last year against the Rams and against Tampa Bay. Both games we lost. Maybe that's why he continues to run the same run play.
Because he wants to win with it?
Coach Run, I don't know. I just know that if I'm not mistaken, on that 4th and 3, we ran the same toss play that we ran against the Packers that we happened to get that first down on, where Bijan Robinson just made a miracle.
Yeah, because that one wasn't supposed to work.
That one wasn't supposed to work, but Bijan Robinson just pulled it out. So it seems like it's just it seems like it's just one of those things where he's like, well, just give the ball to Bijan and let him work magic. Opposed
like
to
Derrick Henry.
Yes. Yes. Opposed to just being like, hey, let's scheme something up where it'll put our players in a more favorable situation. Because I shouldn't have looked at that play and said, oh, that's the same play that we ran against the Packers on 4th down, and we just happened to get the first down. That shouldn't be the case. So I see everybody's answering the question on whether or not Arthur Smith would be on the hot seat or if he's on the hot seat now. Jay Tuff, he says, yep. Pamela Johnson says he is not on the hot seat. Juan Solo says nope. Jay Tuff says it's lukewarm. Johnny, he says it's too much talent on this team to be losing like this. And I agree with you. I agree with you. Mr. TR says, Terry up, baby, looking at potential replacements right now. Corey Nova says, we were 3-3 now. That's no sweat. We got 10 games left. 10 games left now. We got to beat Tampa next week. Make them 3-3 rise up. We're not in a bad spot. He says we got to take it. We got to take it 1 week at a time. And I completely agree with you. Like taking it 1 week at a time. I think the biggest thing is that, it's an emotional roller coaster. It's like 1 week, we're like, oh man, we're in dire straits. It's looking tough. And then the next week was like, okay, it's looking better. And then as soon as we start to, look good again, then it's back to a negative thing. It's like a toxic relationship. It's like Blueface and Krishan Rock. Like
why do we know those people?
It's like a toxic.
They keep showing up.
It's a toxic relationship, man. Blue, like it's crazy. Maybe just Arthur Smith needs the offensive coordinator to totally take over before he get gone. I said this before the season started. We were making all the coaching moves, and we got Ryan Nielsen. I was like, we need an offensive coordinator. I kept saying it. And everybody's like, oh, no, Arthur Smith got it. Like, okay, here we are. Big Debo says he has to be on the hot seat. The play caller was sloppy. Ritter looked sloppy, and we're not utilizing all the weapons Arthur Smith wanted. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you, Big Debo. You ain't never lied there, Bo. Keelan says, knowing the patience Blank typically has, I don't think his seat will get hot until next year. Since we were in Cap Hill last year, he should be on the hot seat though, and that's true. It is one of those situations where Arthur Blank continuously is just too patient. I mean, up until the point like shows complete incompetence in coaching football. It's like you got to be able to make moves sooner than that. Granddaughter says 30 more likes to 100. Please get the likes past 100 if you can. Make sure that you hit that like button for us. We would definitely and greatly appreciate that. Coach Ronnie's fussing at Cool Beans because he says she never plays spades like that.
No, Cool Beans said, he said, you don't play with jokers, no wonder you're getting beat up in kitty spades. First of all, I never said I don't play jokers. That's why Cool Beans is getting kicked out. And then Ron Solo, by the way, started the Desmond Ritter has got to go club. And I put him on warning because he is not going to infringe on my copyright.
It seems like there's a whole bunch of clubs out there. Oh, man. You know, I try to let Dez have it, but it looks like I need to start warming up a little bit. I tried to, you know, because whenever I seen him at OTAs, he had like he didn't want to talk to me. I don't know if you remember that. I'm like, what's up, Dez? He just walked right over by. Okay. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to be a good guy. Let him have it. But looks like I need to start warming up just in case, you know, just in case I need to step in. Raven says, are you totally sure, Lo, that's Arthur Smith? Really? Hello. Hey, man. Arthur Smith is just based off of what we've seen so far. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. Let's see. We got a couple Superman chats. JJ the Great says, if we miss the playoff this year, Arthur Smith butt gonna be burning like he's sitting in a car with heated seats.
Wow.
What in the world? Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. Not a car with the heated seats. In the wintertime.
Sometimes it burns so good, though.
What in the world? My cousin says, I know we missed on it, but yet we didn't attempt, but yet we don't attempt to go over the top with Van Jefferson again. That wasn't ready for it. Now, we did take that one shot to Van, and, you know, I think that was a good ball by Desmond. You got to think, this is their first time playing in the game together. You know, they got to get used to Van Jefferson's speed, but he laid it out there for him. Van just couldn't. Look, he got a hand on it. He just couldn't bring it in.
Yeah.
You know, I think that was a pretty good ball by Dez, though. That's his first time taking a deep shot in the game. I ain't mad at it. Cool Bean says, I was defending you, Coach Ron. Oh, I'm sorry. And Monty Cushioning, I apologize. That's that. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. Much love to you, bro. Cool Bean says, I was defending you, Coach Ronnie. Coach Lowe and Uncle Steve were cheating y'all.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Cool Beans. You're unblocked.
We weren't cheating, though.
And they were. Thank you so much for seeing the truth through all the lies.
We were just dominant. I mean, I've never beat someone that quick in spades. I was like, you sure that's the right score?
We weren't getting nothing.
Y'all ain't getting that.
Nothing.
I was like, y'all, you sure this the right score? I mean, we was, yeah, it was tough. It was tough. Definitely. I appreciate that, Monty Cushioning, man. I appreciate that. But yeah, CM Garrett, he says, besides from the 3 picks and a few inaccurate passes, I think Ritter had a pretty solid game. I mean, and yeah. Well, you know what? I don't know, because there's something that we have to talk about, and part of this is because Arthur Smith put Desmond Ritter in a bad situation. He kept trying to run the play action with the boot, rolling out to the right, and like I mentioned earlier in the show, the Washington Commanders, they kind of sniffed it out, and you know and there was somebody always there by the time he came out of the play action motion. And Desmond Ritter, I don't know if he thinks he can run faster than he can or what, but it's like,
oh my gosh.
All right, so quick story. One time we was at this church event, right? and they had the Soul Train line, right? So, everybody going down the Soul Train line, doing their little dance and everything. There was this lady. She went down the Soul Train line. She was doing the robot, right? She was doing the robot. I was like, everybody,
older
okay.
lady. So the 70s was her era. So, she was really getting that robot down.
Yeah, they were playing Boogie Down, Down, let's go tonight. Da, 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 it's the spice of da, 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 da. So she went down, doing a little robot. Everybody, she doing a robot. Okay. This lady, she a little throwed off. We love her. She throwed off. So at first it was cool. She was doing it. At the end of the day, like there was so many moves you could do with the robot, and it ain't like she was very creative with it. So she was doing the robot. 15 seconds, 30 seconds, 45 seconds. That's why we were like, what's going on?
A minute and a half.
I was like, what's going on?
People stop dancing. Everybody's like, why is she still doing the robot?
Better get some punch.
She hasn't moved at all.
So my homeboy like, you want me to get her low? And then he moonwalked and pulled her off. But that feels kind of like Desmond Ritter rolling to the right. It's like, what are you gonna do? Like he's rolling to the right and he's just running. Then the guy's running beside him. He's running. And the guy's running beside him, trying to tackle him. He's still running. Like this, throw the ball away. So he runs back 20 yards. Like, you gonna throw it? You gonna throw it? Throw the ball away, Bo. Throw it. He ran so far back, he couldn't get the ball back to the line of scrimmage.
Intentional grounding.
It's like, do you think you're faster than you are? Like, what's going on? He did it again. Got sacked. He running. Guy running beside him. It's like, Des, what are you doing? I don't know, man. You gotta put that on Des.
that was oh my God.
You gotta put that on Des. The King says this is completely in capital, completely on Arthur Smith. He must have not paid attention in football 1-on-1. I knew when he went for it on fourth down, we should have punted, and it was going to be a long day. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman check.
That's the truth. Yes. Why would he go for it on fourth? Like, why so aggressive?
I don't know.
When you don't need to be. Like, just be sound. Just play sound, smart, established football.
Exactly. Monty Cushion said, not going to lie, it was the same last week on the boot action. Yes, people sniffed it out. But you know what Arthur Smith's going to say? We did it against the Texans. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. Like, what in the world, Bo?
J-Boy 5 Rack said our offense sucks like the cold beans in London.
Don't get me talking about the cold beans. Man, boy, that just make me want some Waffle House now. You talking about makes you appreciate home. Chosen One says the delay of games is what bothered me the most today. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, man. Yes. Dr. Slick said the ending was just hard to watch. It was tough. It was tough. Dave says, let's be honest. Coach Ronan saw this a mile away.
Dave.
Don't give her no more
ammunition. Aren't you wise? Thank you so much for commenting. That's that. Da-da-da!
I don't see nothing there. Like, what? Golly, boy. Project Warrior says Washington is the first team in NFL history to win by more than 7 points against a team that had more than double the offensive yards than they did.
What?
Wow, that's
there you
crazy.
go. Atlanta Falcons setting records.
Atlanta Falcons setting records. You know how we do it.
All the time.
Records broken. He said the way we started out on offense, it looked so promising, but then all of a sudden, mustache mania took over.
Mustache mania. Oh my gosh. Mustache mania.
Shouts out to Emmanuel Brown. Anybody who didn't come to the game, y'all might not know this, but Emmanuel Lewis was at the game because it was 80s. It was 80s day. Emmanuel Lewis and Mr. T.
Mr. T. And guess who else was at the game,
Who was
y'all?
there, Coach Ron?
Halftime performance from Bobby Brown.
Man.
Every man is singing on his number. I was getting down.
Man, but he did that every little step, and then he started doing the. I was like, get it, Bobby!
Go, Bobby!
Bobby got kind of out of breath a little bit, though. He was getting a little tired. Like, every little step. I like, look, man, you do you, Bobby. Don't worry about don't worry about people saying about the big boys. You do you, Bobby. Sing your song. They wish they could sing it like you. Oh man, but Emmanuel Brown says, I don't mind the aggressiveness, but can you come with a play to get it first? Is it anything short yardage, red zone or not? Bro, just have the plays to get the job done. Yes, just have the plays to get the job done. Greg Dodge also says 13 more likes to get to 100. Please get the likes past 100, please and thank you. We definitely appreciate it. Coach Padre says, hey, Coach, when the last time you did a wellness check on? Oh my goodness! And I checked on them boys about 4 or 5 days ago, man.
Yeah, we did. We've been out, so we haven't been able to see the show.
They had a therapy session where they talked about things.
Yeah, we tuned into their therapy session.
Ooh,
we might.
Boy.
It was
tough. I
intense.
tried to comment and give some support, but I don't think they took it as support though. So.
Wait, what did you say?
I don't remember.
It kind of felt like you. I don't know. It felt like you were saying things that seemed nice and supportive, but could have been taken as a dig.
Oh man, I know Rashad like I ain't coming to the round table like yes you is. You didn't do all that talking and did not show up. J2's statement says last week is a glimpse of what this offense and team could be when all things are clicking, and Arthur Smith is not out thinking himself. He's the problem. I completely agree with you, man. I completely agree with you. I also think that's that dun dun dun. That's a Superman chat.
So you're saying that if we had someone other than Arthur Smith,
oh my goodness,
it was shown last week that this team could really do some special things?
Oh my goodness.
I was just asking for clarity. I'll hang up and listen.
Padre has started something with
this.
I'll hang up and listen. Like Padre has started. Padre, I don't know if you realize, but you done created something with this, man. Dre says maybe the mustache is clouding his judgment. Then again, he been doing tough stuff since he got here before the mustache. So. Nathaniel Calloway says he doesn't study his opponent's defense to create an offense. He just says, "Hey, we just doing. Oh man, we're doing what we're doing."
Do you think that's true? That he doesn't study his opponent?
I definitely feel like there's some.
There's some validity to that.
I feel like there's some validity to that. I feel like, and I don't know if you remember me mentioning this before, but we heard all the stories about coaches having beds in their office and working 20-hour days. And
yeah.
I don't feel like he does that. Because if he did, like we would see more productivity. We would see more creativity. Like I feel like the statement that he made to Torrey McElhaney today kind of shows who he is as a person. Mm-hmm. And he probably wishes he didn't say that now, because that's a huge telltale sign. They ask you why you did it just because I did it before. Mm-hmm. Like, you're a head coach in the NFL. Like, and that's your answer?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And as Maya Angelou says, if someone shows you who they are,
you got to use a Maya Angelou voice. You can't just say it.
If someone shows you who they are, believe them.
Say it one more time, Coach, right? Say it one more time.
If someone shows you who they are, believe them.
You want to change? Oh my goodness. Y'all off the chain, boy. James Freeman said Mike Bobo could call better plays than the billionaire son. Now that's that's an insult.
Who is Mike Bobo?
Offense coordinator for Georgia.
What? They just won last year, y'all. What's wrong with him?
He wasn't offense.
Oh, he wasn't.
Nah, he was offense coordinator last year.
Okay.
He was offense coordinator a few years ago when they couldn't never get over the hump.
Oh, well, never mind.
Because he was the offensive coordinator. So,
Dang.
Yeah. Padre said it's a movement, coach. Hello, I'll hang up and listen. Shouts out to Padre, man. He helped us out so much today in so many different ways. Thank you so much, Padre.
Shout out to Padre for the nothing but cake hookup. It was moist and delicious.
Oh man. Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, everybody laughing at you, Coach. Dre says, wow, he said that? He says, yeah, I'm done. Monty Cushman says,
Dre didn't know he said
that?
Yeah,
Dre didn't know he said that.
Yes,
he
Dre.
said,
That's what he said.
Yeah, he said that we went for 2 because we did that against Tampa and against the Los Angeles Rams last year. Monty Cushman says, y'all cutting up tonight. Hello. Dre says, Coach Roney is crazy. And Trinity Clark says, Coach Roney sound like babe. Say it one more time for us, Coach Roney. One more time for us.
Ew. Oh my gosh.
I'm waiting on it.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. If someone shows you who they are, believe them.
You do sound like babe. No one cares till you put on the mask. Anyway. Lisa says, hey there, Lo. Your laughing makes me feel better. I left the Benz frustrated. We did too.
Yeah.
We did too.
And then I had family.
Yeah, we had family there.
That are Commanders fans.
It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing.
Although I'll say this, the game today itself was very fun. It was the 80s theme, and they really went all in about the 80s theme. It was very fun. That was the highlight. The game was not.
Yeah, it was tough. It was tough. Raymond Collins said, that comment ticked me off too. I had to play it for my son when he got home and he was hot. Oh man, Michael Taylor, he says new play caller and Desmond Ritter will be okay, maybe. And also Grandizer says it's getting chippy over there in that Giants and Bills game. Dre says, here's another Superman chat for Coach Roney, Maya Angelou impersonation. That's a Superman chat. You want to say Maya Angelou? That's a Superman chat.
What?
Or that?
Da.
Oh my God,
that is a Superman chat.
Oh my goodness, that is terrible. That is terrible. We need AI. Because I ain't going man. Great Miss Maya Angelou, I'm sorry. Oh man. Sanchez in here. Shouts out to you, man. He says, Big Low, the fact that Matt Ryan was listing everything wrong with us is crazy. Yeah. You tell Matt he been ready to do that.
Oh, that's why I can't wait to watch it.
Yeah. We might watch it in bed tonight. Yeah, we might watch it when we lay down.
Wait, watch what?
Watch the game.
Oh, that's what we're gonna do?
What you talking about something else?
Da-da-da!
Hello. All right, y'all. Oh man. But yeah, Dre, you're right. We need a real OC. Tony Wright, he says, Lo, there's a big fight that just happened in Buffalo Bills. Right tackle Spencer Brown and left guard Connor McGovern with the Giants against the Giants, Dexter Lawrence and Leonard Williams. It was like WrestleMania 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Goodness gracious. It was popping off like that in there.
Goodness.
Man, I'm gonna check that out. Lisa says, yeah, I had fun seeing Bobby Brown and people dressed up in their 80s costumes.
Yeah.
Everything was good except how we played
Yep.
on the 2-yard line and couldn't get a touchdown.
100%. Everything else was good about today.
It was tough. But yeah, we enjoyed it. Iron Mike says, I was hoping Bobby Brown was here to take Arthur out of ATL and that Thug Love it.
Are you talking about that Ja Rule song?
So you get bored chilling with him. Like, Bobby Brown was humping everything in that video. Like, hey, Bobby, stop humping stuff.
Stop humping stuff, Bobby. Put them hips away.
He'll take him away in the helicopter. Bobby Brown jumped out of that helicopter, boy. He's like, oh, you get bored chilling with him.
Oh my God.
Oh man. It's almost like one of the situations. Y'all remember that clip with Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston? They were dancing in the sunglasses. That was Arthur Smith and Dave Ragold.
That's Arthur Smith and Dave Ragold.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Instead of getting the play called in, they're over there.
Oh man. So what said, yeah, man, the team, they just wasn't on the same page today, man. Say what Dre talk, that was a booty call check.
That's a booty call check.
Oh man. Can't beat it, bro. Better go get my blessing. Dre said, y'all definitely made me feel a whole lot better. Man, definitely, man. That's what it's about, though. You know, even if we have these frustrating losses, I think we've kind of mastered the art of losing and still feeling good about things.
Gosh. Yes.
You know, it was harder in 2018 because we were used to winning. 2019, we were like, maybe next year. 2020, we were just trying to get through COVID.
Yeah.
2021, it was like, okay, it's about time. 2022, it was like, man, boy.
We almost can see the light.
Yeah,
next year is our year.
Exactly. We can't do nothing with the salary cap. Now here we are.
Next year, oh boy.
Boy, we coming for them. Then it's like, okay, now here we are. Like, man, Coach Roman was right. Hey, Coach Roman, yeah, we should have. Jay said earlier, at least the Braves lost on the road. Jay said at least they didn't do it at home. MXB 3100 says if the Falcons and the Braves losing, Hawks are gonna have a great season. Hello, I'm hoping that you're right.
That
would
be nice.
I'm hoping that you're right. Definitely. Tony Wright, he says, Lo, did you know that former Falcon Jalen Mayfield is not a backup offensive tackle for the Giants? He actually started last week, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
And he looked terrible over there, too.
Oh, did he?
Oh, my God. He looked bad. As a matter of fact, I think he played guard last week, if I'm not mistaken. But, yeah, man,
I've seen a couple of comments in the chat today about Richie Grant.
Yeah, he blew a coverage. Billy Mills says, hey, Lo, said Richie Grant, he be getting cooked. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, he blew a coverage. Meanwhile, what happened whenever we played Jacksonville?
What happened? What you mean?
Andre Cisco got an interception.
Oh, Cisco. Yeah.
I remember you used to say to me, Cisco, and it doesn't stay the same. Hey, sometimes I get a little lonely. Oh man, let me quit fooling with y'all, man. I need to let y'all go ahead and lay down so y'all can get to work tomorrow. Y'all ain't finna blame me. Y'all ain't finna be like, Man, Big Low kept me up too late last night. Look, man, thank y'all so much for coming on to chop it up with us. We definitely and greatly appreciate it. Look, I hope everybody has a safe and productive work week next week. Also, make sure that you hit that like button. And if this is your first time chopping it up and chilling with us, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Look, we're back at 300, like Millie Mill said. And moving forward, man, we just got to hope that
500.
I'm sorry. We won 3 games, 3-3. We're back at 500, but it feels like 300. Moving forward, we just got to make sure that hopefully Arthur Smith can kind of get things back in order, and we could, because the division's wide open. Everybody else lost this week, and it's almost like they're trying to play hot potato with the division title. No, you take it. I don't want it. So hopefully the Atlanta Falcons can kind of step up and see what they can do with this division and make the right step forward as we play our second division game against the Buccaneers. So, look, make sure that you hit that like button, and I'm pretty sure we're going to be having some content coming to y'all a little bit later on this week. Also, make sure, shouts out to everybody who had a chance to purchase a What in the World Bow shirt. Make sure that you go online and get yours as soon as you can, because they are selling like hotcakes. We had to re-up on supplies a little bit. But make sure that you go. As a matter of fact, Coach Ronda, could you put the link in the chat?
Yeah, we actually delivered one today at the game.
Yeah, we delivered a What in the World Bow shirt today at the game. So make sure that you go to whatintheworldbow.com and get you a What in the World Bow. Man, they're so stylish because you can do anything in them. You know what I'm saying? It's like I went to Publix and got a chicken bacon ranch wrap the other day. Somebody's auntie was trying to holler at me. I was like, no, I'm married to Coach Ron.
It's always you and somebody's auntie.
I'm telling you. I told her get away from me, like who, but yeah, they stylish. You could, whether you're going to Publix to get a chicken bacon ranch wrap, the best sandwiches at Publix, or whether you're going to,
I disagree.
Okay, we could disagree. Whether you putting out some deer corn for the upcoming deer season, you can do that in it, or if you just want to go and chill out and go to your local movie gallery or Blockbuster.
What?
Huh?
Who has a local Blockbuster? I think there's just like one left in the United States. And I think it's like novelty. You can't actually check out anything. What?
Oh, man.
You know what? OG Tony just posted. He said, we have a roster. Now we need a coach.
Hey, you ain't never lied about that, OG Tony. You ain't never lied about that. We got a roster. Now we need a coach. Now we need a coach. Rounds 1 said Big Low be attracting them cougars. Hey, Bo. Oh, man. Well, look, man, y'all take it easy, man. I definitely enjoyed it. And look, y'all made me feel better after, taking this tough loss. And I hope that we help make y'all feel better at the same time. Y'all stay safe. Don't do anything I would do. Rise up, 8 times down. You already know what time it is, man. We ready.